Hi there, welcome to the Reading Corner. This is Brishti and today I am here with a brand new video. First, I'm sorry because I couldn't upload any videos for some days. The first excuse that I'm going to give is that it was Durga Puja and I live near the club, so it was full of noise. And the second thing that happened to me is that after Durga Puja, like Durga Puja had ended and I got fever, and it continued almost for 4 days, and I was not feeling well. I was weak, so it was not possible for me to sit down and make any videos. And yesterday I felt better, and that's why I decided that today I'm going to shoot a video, and that would be upon the third chapter from part 1, from how to win friends and influence people. So further talking about anything, let's get on to the main topic. So the third chapter is this: he who can do this has the whole world with him. He who cannot walks a lonely way. So in this 3 chapter we got some principles, and on the first chapter we got don't criticize, condemn or complain, and on the second chapter we got to know give honest and sincere appreciation, and on the third chapter we are going to learn arouse in the other person an eager want. So I'm going to tell you few stories. Before that, if you want to know about the first chapter and the second chapter, then go and watch my previous video. There I talked about the first chapter and the second chapter, and today I'm going to discuss third one. So it has started raining and you can hear that, so that's why I have to raise my voice. Listen to me, I'm reading something. Another example of persuading comes from Stan Novak of Cleveland, Ohio, a participant in our course. Stan came home from work one evening to find his youngest son, Tim, kicking and screaming on the living room floor. He was to start kindergarten the next day and was protesting that he would not go. Stan's normal reaction would have been to banish the child to his room and tell him he would better make up his mind to go. He had no choice, but tonight, recognizing that this would not really help Tim start kindergarten in the best frame of mind, Stan sat down and thought, if I were Tim, why would I be excited about going to kindergarten? He and his wife made a list of all the fun things Tim would do, such as finger painting, singing songs, making new friends. Then they put them into action. We all started finger painting on the kitchen table. My wife, Lil, my other son Bob, and myself, all having fun. Soon Tim was peeping around the corner. Next he was begging to participate. Oh no, you have to go to kindergarten first to learn how to finger paint. With all the enthusiasm I could muster, I went through the list, talking in terms he could understand, telling him all the fun he would have in kindergarten. The next morning I thought I was the first one up. I went downstairs and found Tim sitting sound asleep in the living room chair. What are you doing here? I asked. I'm waiting to go to kindergarten. I don't want to be late. The enthusiasm of our entire family had aroused in Tim an eager want that no amount of discussion or threat could have possibly accomplished. So from this story, what we have learned? That if you wanted to make someone to do something for the sake of their good, then don't scream at them, don't scold, don't force, but follow the way that the father followed in the story. The father wanted his child to go to kindergarten, And that's normal. Every parents want that their children would go to kindergarten, learn new things. But the child was crying, he was not willingly to go to the kindergarten. So the father decided that instead of scolding him, screaming at him to go to kindergarten, he and his wife decided that the next morning they would be doing the thing that the child would be interested in doing. So later, when the child would want to do that thing, they will say that you have to go to the kindergarten to learn this thing, because when we were child we also went and we learned from there. If you don't go, then you can't learn and you can't join us. So I'm going to read to you another story, and then it would get more clear to you and it would be easy for you to understand. Another example in which everybody gains through this principle of arousing an eager want comes from Michael E. Whedon of Warwick, Rhode Island, who is a territory salesman for the Shell Oil Company. Mike wanted to become the #1 salesperson in his district, but one service station was holding him back. It was run by an old man who could not be motivated to clean up his station. It was in such a poor shape that sales were declining significantly. This manager would not listen to any of Mike's pleas to upgrade the station. After many exhortation and heart-to-heart talks, all of which had no impact, Mike decided to invite the manager to visit the newest sales station in his territory. The manager was so impressed by the facilities at the new station that when Mike visited him the next time, his station was cleaned up and had recorded a sales increase. This enabled Mike to reach the #1 spot in his district. All his talking and discussion hadn't helped. But by arousing an eager want in the manager, by showing him the modern station, he had accomplished his goal, and both the manager and Mike benefited. So you have seen another implementation of arousing an eager want in a person to do something, like the way Mike followed. Now read some quoted line that I have highlighted when I was reading this chapter. Tomorrow, you may want to persuade somebody to do something. Before you speak, pause and ask yourself, how can I make this person want to do it? So this is the question that we should ask ourselves when we are asking someone to do something, and follow the method, the way Mike and Stan followed to make his co-worker and his child to do the things that they wanted. Actually, I used to make this mistake, and I think I would have been making the same mistake in future if I hadn't read this book yet. Like, I want the people who are around me to know the importance of spoken English, or I would want them to read any book from my bookshelf or buy a book for them and upgrade their life, upgrade their version. But I would be following this method, like scolding them or just nagging at them that why are you people not doing it, it will change your life, this and that. But ultimately it never helped anyone. It never helped me to make them to do that thing. Just maybe they continued it for a few days and then again they went back to their previous version. But if I want someone to do something for the sake of their goodness, then obviously I'm going to follow these rules, and it's going to be very useful. Actually, everyone goes through this kind of situation, and if you are guys going through any kind of situation like this, you want someone to do something, then follow these rules. So they are going to be very useful. And maybe this week or next week I'll be discussing first chapter from part 2. Actually, I haven't read it, and I'm going to read the chapter first and contemplate on the chapter for few days, and then I am going to make the video, because if I'm not sure about something, I cannot sit down here and share with you, give you the misinformation. But in the absence of mine, if I gave you any kind of misinformation, then let me know in the comment section. And that's it for today. See you in another video. Till then, take care and bye.